I didn't realize you were still on the start screen.
Oh god.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tabletop Obscura presents Hoist the Colors, a piratical homebrew campaign from me, I guess. Best way to put it. But,
Yay.
yay!
Fun.
I'm enjoying it. I'm doing some cool and funky things. Someone is missing, unfortunately.
We'll never tell you who.
Unfortunately, Prolix has been
gas.
called into work, so they can't make it tonight, unfortunately. I'm hoping for next week, but we're gonna have to play it by ear for a bit. Which is unfortunate, but that's fine. No, nothing bad, Archie, but I'm in love with that face. Well, I know. Archie's pretty lovable. Something of a scallywag.
I think the most lovely face is that is hidden behind a mask, but...
Okay, do you have a face?
That's the question, isn't it?
That's why I asked, yes.
Every time I look
I'm not answering that right now.
Every time I look at like Leshy art or Konrasu art, I'm always like, but is the face necessary?
Yes.
And whenever I've asked an artist about it, they're like, okay, technically no, but it makes it easier for us.
That's why Sunshine has a face-like feature that draws you to his face, that being the mask that he wears.
Well, to answer the question in chat, Sunshine does, in fact, wear a mask.
Yeah. The skittering mask. It's got little spider legs.
I think it's super fun. But then again, I wasn't expecting anyone to actually be like, yeah, no, I'm gonna wear that. That sounds like awesome fun.
You underestimated Sunshine, obviously, Matt.
It's
Oh,
like you don't know us at all.
Look, Boo, I am Boo the Fool. I get that. But as a GM, you have to throw in like the weird or random items and just be like, have that expectation that no player is ever gonna touch them. And then, you know, watch in horror as they in fact grab them and be like, yes, my entire identity. This is it. I'm surprised. I'm surprised at myself when it comes down to it.
I mean, to be fair, Sunshine's entire identity was like a mini mask with the eye patch, and you just gave him the whole shebang.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, normalize reading the Whispering Reads. Yeah, look, that's Abomination Vaults. That's tomorrow night. And I've got to do some prep for tomorrow night, because war is coming to the Golden Light Tower.
Oh, shit.
What, you didn't realize that?
I may have forgotten.
Iconic, I guess. Anyway.
Wasn't my fault this time, so...
No, that is true. Because I was thinking, like, if this is going to be a one-on-one combat, Princess will probably win, gets the lens, and then, you know, they're going to be sole losers, so then we're going to have an actual combat. But nope.
Stole it and ran.
Yeah, pretty much. But how's everyone's week been?
Yes,
Doing good.
I
Doing
indeed
good?
have had a week.
It is absolutely something that has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will say I have been putting in some back-end preparations for this session in particular, especially after some conversations that have been happening on a different server regarding ship-based combat. Because I think I have finally nailed the fucker once and for all, and we're gonna see that experimented with tonight. If I have, I'm gonna be insufferable about it. I do apologize.
Are there any
You
major
insufferable?
rule
Never.
changes I need to know about?
Nope, that's the best part. No rule changes.
Okay.
Now, you have, like... While you were building this ship-based combat, you were like, I'm gonna give this to 3 idiots and just see how that goes.
Well,
You're fine with that, right?
I've already had like the tutorial thing where our captain has got a good idea of how like vehicle-based mechanics go, like the driving and everything else like that.
Who was that?
So going strong so far.
Yeah, no, going super strong.
Let me update my notes to include last session.
Oh. As for other announcements, I don't really have any. I'm working on a bunch of stuff. I'm working on some one-shots. Particularly...
Are we gonna talk about our level up at all?
We are. I've got 2 minutes.
Oh, hey, I just wondering if we were doing it now.
We will be doing that. So I am working on a couple of one-shots at the moment. One is a collaboration with another Pathfinder 2 creator who is up and coming within the scene. No announcements as yet. I'm just pretty excited about it. The one-shot's almost completed, though. We're just trying to get the players together for it.
Ooh.
That will be in American time zones as well, I think. And there's a hint for you. Otherwise, I am working on some PFI products, so some one-shot products that'll be going out to Pathfinder Infinite. Once again, I'm just trying to figure out how to do the layout and everything else like that. Once all that's done, that will start going out. I have lined up someone to do the Foundry programming for me, though. But there's like exchange of services, you know, finances for that. That has to all be done. Otherwise, we'll be back here tomorrow night for Abomination Vaults at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, where our players are at level 10, so they're in the final leg of their journey. So I guess spoilers if you're running Abomination Vaults or if you're playing in it. But otherwise, I have deviated pretty huge from the actual source material at this point, so you should be fine. I think most people would be fine at this point.
Also, where Australia's doing daylight savings time tonight, so I don't know if that will affect tomorrow for people who watch this stream.
Look, okay, here's how we're gonna do this. So, if you're a part of the Discord, which I think everyone in chat at the moment already is, but if you're a part of the Discord, there will be an announcement when we go live. I don't know if it goes forward or back.
Yeah.
We will have to organize something with Juliet for next week. But if you're in the Discord, you will get all the information. Likewise, I post things to most of the socials. So, for instance, Twitter and Blue Sky. I'm using Blue. Yeah.
You should be moving back. Sorry to interrupt.
Moving back. Okay.
Should be going from 1:30 for me for this to 12:30.
Okay, then we won't change the time. Well, sorry.
Okay.
Australia, we won't change the time.
We won't change the number that we begin at.
Yes.
We
in
will have,
our local time.
We'll have to check with people tomorrow because that might affect Tyler.
Is Tyler not in New South Wales?
He's in
He's
Brisbane.
in Queensland.
So's
and he
Jules.
That will impact.
I was kind of hoping that we'd have Abomination Vaults done by now, actually. My original timeline has finishing in August, but just delays and cancellations and everything else like that.
Definitely all Nick's fault.
Oh god.
No, blame me. Go for it. See how that works out for everyone.
It'll be beautiful, great, amazing, love it. Otherwise, last thing, I do have a throne, which is a wish list kind of thing where you can go on and if you feel like contributing some finances to things. In particular, I have for Hoist the Colors, I currently have a goal set for getting some art done. Because as much as I kind of like the art we have at the moment, I would like to get something a little bit more custom done.
Uniform.
And a little bit more uniform, yes. But more to the point, I have a lot of custom creatures and NPCs in this campaign. I'd like to see like sketch versions of them, because I think that'd be really cool.
All I'm saying is that all the contributors to that throne thingy are really cool and pretty, and you can join that select few group if you too donate. You too can be cool and pretty.
I do like being cool and pretty.
Right?
See?
You too can be cool and pretty.
Tough sell.
Just like that mysterious Juliet character who donated.
Could be anyone.
There are other things on the throne as well. Just understand that all the contributions that go in for the throne will pretty much just be going straight back to the stream in some way, shape, or form for me to create more content and better content, because I want to do that more in the future. Otherwise, hey players, level 4, how'd you go?
I'm still doing stuff.
Oh, are we doing level 4? Okay.
Matthew, we literally asked you about this before we started, and you were like, "Oh, maybe later."
Yeah, I said we might as well get the leveling started now, so we don't have to pause like midstream.
That is not what you said.
I'm pretty sure that's what I said.
Juliet, back me up on this.
Yeah, you gave a real wishy-washy answer.
Okay,
Fuck you, Matt.
That sounds more like me, honestly. But our players will be leveling to level 4 when this book of Hoist the Colors, because I am going to be releasing this to the public at some point, is released. They have 1 or 2 more encounters left in this chapter, and that would be the level switch. But because of kind of the streaming and everything that's going on, and the extra hour we had last week, because wow. How are you feeling after that, Juliet? Were you good?
I was fine. I just slept in the next day.
No, that's fair. All right.
I woke up for work, so
That's the
I woke
important
up for my 5 to 10 shift. So you know.
All right. Well, in light of that, who remembers what happened last week?
I have notes.
You have notes?
I have
like
notes. So Sunshine got a safe from the shipyard. That was actually off stream.
That was.
We opened it up, and it had oodles of gold in it. And also some paper logbook accounting stuff that showed that there was some fancy stuff going on with the shipyard that isn't really important.
It's important to the context of everything that's going on, but yes.
And then we got invites to the governor's party, and we went and we caused a scene, and then they tried to kill Sunshine, and then we killed the governor dead, and it turns out the governor was Archie's cousin.
See, we're still kind of vague on that one, what the proper title is, but you know, cousin's good enough. Hey, Nick.
Cousin was what was said.
Me.
You're buzzing. And he's done.
Oh, see you, Nick.
He'll be back in a little while. His mic's just been doing that randomly recently. But yes, continue, Sunshine.
That was everything
that
happened, if I remember correctly.
Well, there was the whole thing with the party.
Yeah, we went to the party, caused a scene, they tried to kill me, and then we killed him.
He was all, like, icky after he got mad, because Juliet decided to expose their
horrible rat infestation.
And ethical misdemeanors against plant kind.
It's true.
It kind of is true. But I still just imagine the gods just chasing you around the preparation table, ducking and weaving. Ducking and weaving with the waiters. Yeah. As you're holding
there's
a
rat in the middle of the table in like a salad bowl, just throwing leaves into the air.
Just living its best little life. Otherwise, that's pretty much all that happened. But you know, we got a couple of new people, so do we want to do just a short little introduction to each of our characters?
Okay.
Sunshine.
So Sunshine is a ranger, seaweed lashy. He is 6 years old.
Explains so much.
He was raised in a kobold tribe, where their names came from the first thing they eat, which is why he's Sunshine. And yeah, I'm the ship's navigator. I've got so many skills. Yeah, that's about it.
So many skills.
Lots
So
of skills.
many.
Well, rangers do have a lot of skills. Sola, because we're going right to left for some reason.
Sure. I play Sola, a automaton-made cleric of Cassandra. I am essentially a servant, and I do all the ship's things that aren't captain or navigation.
And Archie?
I am Archie. I am a human sorcerer of the draconic ancestry, and I am the captain of the ship.
And our ship's name is Melody Wake.
Melody's Wake.
Hell yeah. Have I actually cut out the other one? Yep, I have. I did a good thing.
We put the other one on the rowboat.
Yes, you did too. Things I should add. But where we join our pirates, they are
Yar.
actually at a party looking over the dead body of Pontus, General Samuel Pontus himself. The guards are starting to recover from the whatever enchantment that Prolix has put them under, having seen their... Well, the leader for the local area just being straight up killed in front of them. Well, I say
Not
straight
gonna
up,
lie,
but there was a combat.
totally forgot that those guards existed due to the fascination.
It happens. I'm sure they're used to it by now.
Well, that's kind of what gods are supposed to do, just kind of blend into the background, right?
No, I'm pretty sure they're meant to enforce local order.
In the background. And that's an extra hero point for each of our players.
Yay!
Thank you.
They might actually need them tonight.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
So, immediate plans as the gods are starting to come to.
Titan, what does Hrolix do?
Dies!
Oh,
I don't know what Frolics does. I don't know. Frolics is probably gonna follow everyone else's lead because Frolics is not here.
I stride purposefully through this way, and then quick blink through the glass conservatory.
Yep.
As you're walking away, Sunshine pulls out 2 vials of what you know to be Alchemist's fire, and just is like, "Should I? Should I?"
Are you looking for a reaction from me?
Yeah.
I shake my head. No, please no.
So disappointedly puts them back on his belt.
Do you remember the code word?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to stride this way.
Oh no, I've forgotten it. Type it to me. I remember why it was good.
I thought it was good.
It was good.
Also, while they're organizing that, if you're noticing in the chat how Locutus has bought the players some hero points, also keep in mind that you can buy me villain points, which I can use against the players.
No, you can't.
But don't. Don't
There
do
is
that.
no exclamation point villain point. It's exclamation point hero point, Matt. So therefore, they cannot buy you villain points.
I mean, technically, it's just a channel point redeem.
You know what?
Screw you, Matt.
Don't.
Just don't. Okay, I see how it is. But just saying, the option is out there. So, what is our plan, players?
As we're exiting, I look back towards Solar. Clint Eastwood.
go over to Sunshine, take
And
out
some cymbals start playing.
the bag, put Sunshine in the bag.
I'd like to see an athletics check.
Yeah, no, that is going to require an athletics check.
Just because Sunshine isn't aware of this plan.
It's a great plan.
It's a 17.
Mm-hmm.
You're a friend, so I'll let it happen.
Okay.
It's good enough that Sunshine is surprised, but is like, Sola, okay? I'm trusting Sola.
You know what? As the bag goes, yeah. As the bag goes over, just I'm happy. I'm feeling glad.
Are the rats in the bag as well?
Oh yeah,
No,
absolutely.
No. The rats, I'm pretty sure you've just got Sunshine in a bag.
Okay, the rats are following then.
I have mounted Sunshine up to Solar, so Solar, you can just move, and Sunshine should move with you.
Fantastic. I will unleash you like a Pokemon at the earliest convenience.
At the opportune moment.
And I also quick blink through this door.
The rest of us just walk, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I want it to be like obviously for these guards not know what the fuck's going on where I went.
Fair.
No,
All they know is that I teleport and disappear. And then we briskly exit as if trying to chase after the other.
The guards are kind of wondering what's going on.
Matt, would my seeing as my claws would have disappeared, would those my hands would have nothing on them, right?
No, not at this level.
Cool. Nice. So yeah. Bye.
I really want to know what the guards think of the train of rats running out after Sola.
Oh, look, as you're getting to the edge of the map there, the alarm starts to ring out. As
All right,
the
time to
guards
start
from,
playing the payday music.
As the guards from the courtyard area, where they've just realized, oh shit, he's actually dead, this isn't an actual performance or anything, are setting off the alarms, and we hear the sirens start to ring out. And all right, now we're gonna go kind of switch into a chase type scene as you're making your way back to the longboat.
Downtown.
Okay. So, the first obstacle, of course, is getting some distance between you and the guards and kind of making your way past them. You have a couple of options for this. As always, I am open to suggestions. The ones I currently have written is, of course, athletics to kind of just push ahead. The other one is society to kind of find a better way for the city, or you could use stealth.
Okay.
Great question, Matt.
Is a great question.
The using society for stealth one, that's a feat, isn't it?
I believe it is a feat. But if you want to use society for this particular check to kind of be like, well, I can take these alleyways that will get me to where I need to be, then that's something you can do.
Or
We are
is it-
down a
is it-
player, so I've dropped the chase points that you need to succeed.
Actually, I think
That
it's an archetype feat.
Neat.
Alright, Solar. Having already done a bunch of shopping throughout this little town/city, you've kind of already got a pretty good lay of the land, and you can start directing our people through. That's one success. I need at least one more.
Hey Matt, can I whistle to my rats and convey the idea that I want them to go get their friends and make a big rat party to block the guards? I would be using rat catcher lore.
Rat catcher lore? I was either going to say rat catcher lore or nature.
I will make you that rat catcher lore.
Beautiful. You have 2 hero points.
I'll see what Archie does.
Are we running past people?
You are running past people.
I think I'll use diplomacy to convince people that, mostly to try and create a stampede and consistent flow.
Okay, you're convincing people.
There are that we're running from Arcadas, which isn't false. There were Arcadas at the thing.
I will say.
Or would you prefer deception for this?
Deception's probably better if you're going that particular angle.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it would be deception. There's a different angle you could take to get the diplomacy, but
yeah. So between deception, between sort of either convincing people or seeming genuinely frightened to that sort of to trigger people's fight or flight without trying to coerce them.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, I understand what you're trying to do here.
Like in those videos where you see a group of people
Ooh.
Trying to prank people by just running hurriedly in a certain direction, and then you see other people following along.
Yeah, it's like when you see someone wearing a Bum Squad t-shirt and they run past you. I get it. That will be a critical success, Archie.
Yay!
So that is all the successes I need for this section. As you make your way through the town, the bells start to echo out from around the walls as well as all the guard stations start to come alive and alert. From your society check, Solar, you know they're going to be locking down the dock very shortly. Thankfully, however, Melody's Wake is already in the bay. So you don't have to worry about the wharf or anything like that. You just need to get to the longboat and get onto Melody's Wake as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I will let everyone know those exact instructions.
At this point, Sunshine will try to wiggle out of the bag and just go straight in the water.
Just dive straight into the water?
Yeah, that's the plan.
It's a good
Sola,
plan.
are you letting me out of the bag?
Give me a second to think about this. Yes.
Okay. Chill, then I will, just jump kerplunk into the water.
You know, like a Pokemon. It's fine. Edge, you'll of course be quickly followed by your swarm of rats, the brine crew.
Yep, because they can swim as well.
They can swim, because we exchanged the climb speed for a swim speed.
Matt.
Yep.
No, because we want the rowboat.
You want to keep it. You did invest actual money into it.
Yeah, I don't remember if we left it on the ship, but how else are we gonna get between the ship and land without the rowboat?
Yes, pretty much. I mean, theoretically, you could swim the entire way, but it would be somewhat exhausting. And you're not sure how... Yeah, that's the other one. Sunshine having a swim speed is much more apt to do that in particular. But Solo would be shit out of luck.
Excuse me?
Well, you don't have his swim speed. How's your athletics?
Neither do I.
My athletics is good. It's 7.
7's not bad, actually.
I'm trained, thank you.
Hey, guys, with your campaign, I just want to make sure everyone has to pick up at least trained in athletics.
And I'm glad everyone listened to me. because that doesn't always happen. All that said, I do need another round of skill checks from people. Sunshine, if you want to use stealth
Okay.
as a kind of sneaking thing,
Can I get my hunted prey bonus?
what prey are you hunting?
The guards looking.
You know what? I'll allow it.
I can only hunt one of them at a time, though. But
Just one. Well, good news. I had a backup combat encounter in case everything went pear-shaped, where you would be fighting the city gods, and they're a troop, so you can just target the troop instead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I will do that, and I will. Yeah, Matt.
Natural 20. Okay.
I don't believe in actually not sneaking.
Like the creature from the Blue Lagoon, you rise out from the water right next to the longboat and start getting it ready for the other two. I only need one more success from either of you, Archie or Sola.
I guess I will do enough athletics to row the boat.
Yep.
Phew. That seems pretty good to me.
That's a success. I have enough successes for this section. Solar, what are you doing though?
Just sort of going along with it, I guess.
Yep, just following behind Archie.
Yeah.
I don't think Solar
ooh.
gets a choice. Solar has to be in the boat.
Just in cases, I'm going to do a Dawson law check to what is their most likely course of action given their training.
Alright. Are you happy with that? I was about to ask. Okay, we'll just
Yes,
go to
I'm happy
natural
with
20.
that.
You're happy with that one? Just take that hero point off of you. From what you know of what they're probably going to do, as soon as the local city guards are going to pretty much go through the process of locking down the town and locking down the city. However, the main issue for all of you is that they're going to be letting the Navy know as soon as possible. And you're well aware that there is a dreadnought in the harbor. It is night, however, so it is not ready to set sail, and that will take time. So while that's taking time, your main concern is going to be the escorts,
Okay, so
which will usually be a gunboat or two.
Great.
Boats with guns. Gunboats.
Beautiful name.
How big are gunboats?
Open.
Are they like this about the same size as our ship, or
Yes.
bigger?
Having it be close.
They are usually outfitted with, as you would assume from the name, they're usually outfitted with cannons that are a little bit oversized for them. It makes them a little bit slower, a little bit heavier, but that still means they can keep pace and do scouting for larger ships.
Would they ride lower in the water than we would, or
A little bit low in the water.
a little bit? Okay.
Not to a massive degree, but yes, they have a tendency to avoid coral reefs and such.
Okay.
But the three of you have made your way back to Melody's wake. Now you need to get it ready to sail. And do so quickly.
You know Sunshine, he's pulled out his navigation backpack, has his charts laid out, his ruler, his compass.
Well, do you
he's
want to
got
go
his-
first?
I'm navigation luring it.
Yep.
You know me. So...
As a specific lure, I'll be dropping the DC for this.
Yep. Let me roll that for you. Yeah.
Beautiful. That'll be a success. Considering what you're probably going to be up against, and your very poignant question about whether they sit a little bit lower in the water, you suggest to kind of skirt the bay a little bit and lose them amongst the rocks.
Okay.
Cap'n, Archie, Solar,
That's me.
what are you two
I'm
doing?
a captain.
If you want to start getting the ship ready for sailing, that's sailing lore.
Do I want to start getting them to say? I don't know, Matt. I think we should just stay here for a while.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. As the lanterns start to come alive on the various navy vessels.
Sailing law, or should I use diplomacy to enact commands?
That is
Listen,
up to
man,
you.
he's going to ask for a sailing law at some stage, and I don't have that one, so...
Look, at some point you're gonna have to do some driving. I'm sorry.
No.
Fine, I'll use sailing. Fuck that, that's shit.
Fuck that roll. Much better. See, the herb was.
Is that a critical success? Because it's a specific law?
That will be a critical success. I had to think about that for a moment. But yeah, the DC is 18. Default DC by level is 18. It's specific lore, so I've dropped the DC by 2. To make it slightly easier. So with a critical success, you get the ship ready to go. And start getting along your way.
So it's been a couple days since we've been on, like, most of us have been on this boat. I'm gonna get straight into cleaning.
Just tidying the place up.
Yeah, and like, as Solar cleans, they just have little conversations with Blue.
Yep.
In Solar's head, Blue is everywhere in the ship, so it doesn't matter where Solar is, she just has a little conversation.
Strangely enough, you feel like she is in fact listening to you in every part of the ship.
Rad. It's like when a person talks to a Roomba, but the Roomba's doing the talking now.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, no, it'd be worse. It'd be like if the Roomba was talking to the Google Home devices, and they were actually having some sort of conversation.
Alright, time to uninstall my HAL 9000.
Okay, real quick though, I saw the meanest thing today of, like, it was, I think they were a footballer or something, and they were having an argument with their kid and about money, and the kid just goes up to Alexa and goes, "What's my dad's net worth?" And it's like, your dad is worth $5 million. $5 million and you won't give me $20.
I mean, you got him there, don't you?
Yeah.
There's not much you can do about that. Well, one last thing. Getting that distance. As you try to sail off into, well, it's not sunset, sail off into the night. Of course, sailing lore to kind of get the ship moving and going.
Another one.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, alright.
I swear I didn't copy paste that.
Yeah, no, we can all see that. That is a critical success. Sunshine or Sola?
I am going to use the Susurran language, which I believe is the new way for talking to air elementals.
Yep.
To do a prayer for good winds.
And I, knowing that we're going into shoals, will use my littoral lore to look out over the bowsprit to make sure we don't hit anything.
If you don't get a critical success here...
Yeah, no.
Well...
Yeah, right. So that is 3 critical successes from the players. Let me just zoom into that.
Eat so much for those melodies wake.
So much for those gunboats.
Let us activate that.
Whoa.
I don't like being on my side.
1 second, I need to drop some things in.
Oh, I can't move the crew around the ship, okay.
You should be able to click on your own token and move it around.
I cannot. Oh. What?
Do you have it on the roller?
No. My thing's just being a little silly goofy right now.
I think
that'll do it.
There's only certain places you can move.
I'm just gonna reload the page real quick.
You're also currently mounted up to the ship itself.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. As Solar is demonstrating here, you can move around where the current token is. But it is not a perfect one-for-one.
Alright.
However, you should be able to click on your character and do your things and do that other stuff. Let me know if you want to leap into the water or anything like that.
Will do.
Though it is probably ill-advised. The next question...
Ill-advised, chill-advised.
Is how are you going to be navigating through here before I roll for initiative? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
With that littoral lore check?
You want to use that littoral lore one?
Yeah.
And
how are we navigating?
Well, do you want to go
that previous
lights on,
check and
lights
that
off?
specification? I believe lights on.
That's the main question I want answered.
I mean, these gunboats have to traverse the shoals as well.
Speaking of, I did forget to add something to our dear gunboats.
Was it guns?
No.
Boats?
It was crew.
It was lanterns, actually.
Silly Billy.
Yeah, it happens. I got everything else all ready and raring to go, and...
Well, you know how it is in darkest day and brightest night.
Really?
I don't know what you want from me.
When does my class DC go up?
Whale time, whale.
There's you. Alright, players. You should be able to see a couple of the gunboats. You're currently somewhat blocking the vision at the moment. Gave out you one as well. I'll add that on now, kudos. It's all good. As you can probably see, there are two gunboats who are just a little bit off from the shoals, currently doing their patrols and things like that.
Hmm.
You can attempt, as I start to roll for their initiative. Oh wow, just a natural one, okay.
You have a villain point.
I'm not going to spend a villain point on an initiative roll. What kind of person would do that?
You.
Someone's hopeful. And let's grab everyone else's.
I'd rather you squander it on initiative than nullify an entire attack.
Gotcha there.
I mean, but that's player side of things. What would I want? The players are like, we don't care what you want.
You have no opinions here.
You have no power here. Wait, what? That should be a 27, not a 17.
Yeah.
And
Now I know you're
Sola.
busy. Where are we trying to get to on this map? Just
That's a
the other
great
side,
question.
or like
East to west.
oh.
Or, if you want, just take down the ships.
Now here's something I don't think Matt considered in his I'm going to design ship combat. What if we're all just big cowards and we just avoid it? What then, smart guy?
Oh no, you're fine. Just keep in mind, I have put in rocks and things that you can collide into. So...
Good thing we have our littoral lorist.
I'm
That's-
littoral loring.
That is very true. However, Archie, you will remember that if you fail on a driving roll, you will
Yeah,
just
you
kind
don't
of
get to choose the direction.
And there are rocks and things to avoid here that you can't see.
All right, guys. Which one of us didn't rest before coming here?
I think we all rested.
Well, obviously not, because someone is got some anxiety. What is it? What's it from Dredge?
Oh, yes. No, I know what you're talking about.
Panic? It's not panic.
Juju.
I would be lying if I said Dredge was not something of an inspiration here.
Yuck.
I did have like cool lighting effects that made the water ripple and move and stuff like that, but it didn't like the nighttime drivingness.
Oh.
Now, like I said, you can turn the lights off on your ship.
Then how are we supposed to see the rocks?
Well, that would be awkward, wouldn't it? But it is an option.
None of us have dark vision.
I don't.
Just saying.
I'm just
dark
saying your
looming
recommendations are back.
I mean, some of you have low light vision.
What's low light vision?
Otherwise, to the north, you can see the dark looming shapes of the cliffs. If you can get past these two patrol boats, you should be good. Otherwise,
The Cliffs of Insanity.
The Cliffs of Suzanna.
Oh.
So,
Nick, it's your turn.
yeah.
Yeah, but like, the fuck?
Skill issue is always an option.
I guess, yeah.
Otherwise, you can always aid.
I'll give that to good old Master Archibald, so
Beautiful.
that he doesn't crash the ship. And then, so do these guys look like they know we're here?
They're looking for someone. So for them, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be doing seek actions.
Mm-hmm.
While they're kind of just moving back and forward down the bottom there.
Okay.
Because
Well,
as Sunshine said, these are shallow waters and they run a bit heavier. So they don't want to have to come in here unless they have to. Okay, so you're casting Hello,
yeah.
aka
Yeah.
Bullhorn.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's the plan here?
Okay, so here's my thinking.
Okay, yeah.
They're looking, but they haven't seen. So as far as they're aware, we're not there yet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and just convince them to not.
Yep. To not what? Not see you? To not hear the loud voice being belted at them?
Kinda cold out tonight. Sure wish I was in the tavern.
Alright. Well, they have a general idea of where to drop their bursts
20.
for Seek. That will be a 20. And although it is good enough to get past their will save, or their will DC, it's not quite enough for everything else. And is that you done, Solo?
Yeah, I'm fine with my choices.
Yep.
Well,
Sunshine.
it's my turn. First things first. I am going to...
If you're jumping into the water, let me know.
I'm not. Question, Matt.
Your potential answer.
How far can I throw a torch?
Torch has an improvised throwing weapon, has a range increment of 10 feet, so maximum 30 feet.
Yeah, that's not very far.
Not designed for throwing, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I'm strong, man.
You are strong. Measure out 30 feet someday and actually go, oh wow, that's actually a pretty far distance.
Yeah, but Sunshine's stronger than I am. I've only got, like, 10 strength, Matt. Well, I am going to, hunt prey.
Yep.
On this boat.
Yep.
So I'm gonna recall knowledge on it. You want a sailing lore for that?
Sailing lore would be the most appropriate here.
Okay. Boom. Roll it. Oh, I should have rolled that blind. Sorry.
That's fine. This way Chat gets to see it as well.
Okay.
What do you want to know? That is a success.
How much hurt do their guns do?
Their cannons are 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. Oh, do we need to level up our boat?
Nope.
Okay. It's just vehicle tier 3, so I wasn't sure if that's something that levels up with us or no.
Blue is leveling up with you.
Oh, okay. Neato. That's kind of a lot of damage. Probably want to avoid them.
That's why gunboats are deadly.
I am going to prepare to aid with the check to navigate them.
Fair enough. All right.
That will be my turn.
Archie!
Oh my God, my headset does not like Foundry sounds at the moment.
Not at all.
Okay, this little rubbly thing, Matt, is that considered dangerous, or is it just the big ones?
Good. You're fine. It's just the big ones. I mostly have those little things there because they looked really pretty under the water when the water effects were working properly.
Do those
I'm no bitter.
cause any damage to the other boats?
Potentially. But they might just take the damage in order to take you down.
Okay. 30-foot speed.
They did really poorly for their initiative, though, so... Let's see if this works.
We got 1. So we'll go check number 1. Ah, you bastard.
What's the problem?
What's the success for? What do I need for the check?
The DC for your ship, for Melody's Wake, I believe is 18 as well. It will be on the main character sheet under piloting check. So DC 18.
Crud.
Piloting check, yeah.
Now we good.
You good?
And I am rolling
good.
to aid. Because I said I was. That's a crit on my aid for a 26.
That is really good.
That is good.
Not quite the threshold for a critical success, however.
I don't think it matters.
No,
Anyways.
not really.
So at this stage, we're gonna move like to here.
Yep. You should be able to move. You should be able to move the entire ship. God, I hope this
What
works.
is disable blood splat tokens? Select targets. Nope, not that. Disable those. Oh, there it is. Select. Let me move the boat.
Oh, from the center thing.
It does not think it's the boat's turn.
Oh, that's okay.
I can move my token, but I can't move the boat because it doesn't think that the boat is.
Damn. Okay, 30
an
feet.
Initiative. Yeah. So from here to here. Yeah.
Roughly.
Oh. 5 feet higher is where it was.
1 second. I'm going to add
And
Melody's
do you
Wake
want to turn any during the?
I don't think Matt can turn like the 10 degrees that I'm looking for here.
Give me 1 second. Update participants. We're going to put it onto Archie's initiative. I don't think that's going to help too much, but... No? Okay. But we got it partially done.
Now I can move it. Yeah. Okay.
It's for the 10
Another...
degrees.
Yeah, it's not.
You needed something slightly between those two.
Yeah,
That's fine.
like, I'm sure you can imagine, like, from where we were down here, just avoiding this rock.
Yeah. No, I got it in mind.
That's another sailing law it wants. Shit. We want it to be 5 foot higher here.
Okay.
I think that's. I think we needed to be 5 foot back for that. I don't remember.
You do have a hero point.
I do have a hero point, but at this stage, I think we're okay for traveling in a straight line.
Yeah, we barely missed that rock, I think.
All right, we'll move her forward.
It thinks we're colliding, I think, but I think we're otherwise a-okay.
There is a little bit of a scrape, just a tiny one.
Mm-hmm.
As the rigging rubs up against the side, but otherwise you're fine. You have 1 action remaining.
Cool beans. I think we're okay for another 30 feet.
The GM checks.
That's a success.
That is a success.
Can I do this incrementally, or do I just go?
Because you succeeded, I will let you do it incrementally.
15, 20. Cool. Do we want to head deeper into the rocks at all? Because that's another rock there.
Maybe?
Actually, no. Would we technically have cover here, Matt?
You do technically have cover here.
Cool. Then we'll stay here. Because that's 30 feet.
All right. Prolix.
Ribbit.
What does Crawlegs have?
His job on the Forked Serpent was mostly as he was a rigger and also a lookout up in the crow's nest.
So, Matt, would it be possible for Crawlegs to, tune the rigging to give us, an extra 5 foot bonus to movement speed, or?
I will say yes. I need a sailing lore check for that.
Yeah. Because, he was a rigger.
Yeah.
So that seems... Oh, shit.
Do you want to use a hero point on his behalf?
Yeah, I'll throw a hero point on his behalf. And then that's one of mine down. Okay. That's a 27 then.
I'll say that as a yes. You'll get an extra 5 feet of movement out.
Okay. And yeah, I'm assuming that takes his whole turn.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Our ships, the crown ships. Well, the first one, I actually have to do a little bit of a measurement here.
Well, they're going to be looking all the way back here, Matt. So yeah, and we're
No,
fine.
that's absolutely what they're going to be doing.
Hello,
Hello.
Nick. Do you want to give us a demonstration of what a hello sounds like?
Hello? Hello? Is anyone there?
Fuck, I hate that. It's 500 feet though for hello, isn't it?
It is.
Big distance.
All right. Well,
I can hello from a football field away.
we're just gonna quickly grab. Bucket. They're gonna do a perception check. That's a failure. Otherwise, however, they start to bring the ship about.
Matt, I have a
Yep.
totally random question for you. Does the ship benefit from my hunted prey benefits?
As a part of the crew, not really.
Okay,
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
all good. I just was wondering.
No, that's a fair question. That's that one done, however.
Unless we all join the locker, I think. I don't think we get that one. Sorry.
I figured.
Don't worry, the options for that will be presented later on.
What joining Davy Jones's crew?
No, being a little bit more supernaturally connected to your ship.
Ah,
I'm specking into occultism, so.
It's also a failure for them, but I'm just kind of using the sailing lore. Ignore the name that's actually attached to it. Beautiful. As they start to move into the shoals. Their bright light is starting to clip with yours. However, you have the cover of the rock, so that's assisting you at the moment.
yay!
Okay.
Sola.
I have no goddamn idea. Not a boat
Drop a
person.
get good.
Would you like a get good?
I'm immune to get good unless
Everyone
it's been
gets
an
to get
hour
good.
since the fight.
Oh, that's skill issue. Get good is just bless.
Oh, my bad.
Someone listening to this later on would just be like, oh, what are they talking about?
Oh, I gave it to the ship.
I mean, Blue
Does
will
that
take it.
technically mean that it encompasses all of us, and you don't need to sustain to increase it?
I don't know.
Technically speaking, no. I am working on something regarding that kind of thing, but it's a balance issue.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty good with mechanical balance, but it's always good to have a second set of eyeballs on it.
Could always do it like a command ship in some sort of the ship itself provides the buff, but it's not to the crewmates, it's to the other ships around it.
Do have some stuff in the work. But that is kind of where I'm going with it. However, Solo, what are you
For-
doing?
For fleets and armadas.
I am going to check the surrounding waters for anything that we could use as a distraction, perhaps, like
Ooh.
a big fish.
Oh wow, a hero point for that?
Yeah, they're candy to me now.
Look, Kutos, you're spoiling them.
There are no consequences to my actions. What are you talking about?
Alright. Well, you can see in the light of the two ships down below here, some sort of large whale / shark just kind of meandering through the water.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how good your speak of animals is.
Well, I can speak the underwater language.
That is an option. Whether you'll
Not
be
right
heard
now,
of
though.
it. Not at the moment? Alright.
That's 3 actions.
Sunshine.
Well. I have a question, and I think it's not gonna be what I want it, and that's probably reasonable and balanced, but,
This feels loaded.
So the Sextant of the Night says that when I look through the spyglass, I see a night sky during the day and the sun during the night. Does that only apply to the sky, or would that apply to, like, being able to see better at night because I would see the sun through it?
But when you look through the spyglass, you see a night sky during the day and the sun during the night, as if day and night were inverted. If I remember the build of a sextant, it does have the ability. It's not a telescope specifically. I know that, but because the main thing you're trying to get a hold of is dark vision at the moment.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole day and night were inverted. I feel like gives you that
Yeah.
clause.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say yes.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just to not have to say the night sky and the sun sky.
Yeah.
Because that sounds
fair.
weird.
Okay. Then I will make a perception check for rocks with through the Sextant of the Night. So that's the seek action.
Kind of doing the cone in front of you.
Circumstance +1. Yeah.
Easy done.
Yeah, because it's a fine spyglass, so I get that +1.
Sunshine pulling out all the tools. We got this. This is fine.
There you go. And whatever you determine I can see, if you just want to, like, ping them as rocks.
Rocks in
Okay.
there, so that's where
Yeah.
that one ends.
Okay.
However, there's not much more information I can give you.
Okay. Well, I will communicate that to Archie. And so that's interact to pull out the sextant, action to seek. With my last action, I will once again prepare to aid with my littoral lore.
Archie, do you just want me to bump it to the Windsong? Melody's Wake? Sorry. That's a token mistake that'll fix.
Is the turn sound like screwing up for anyone else, or is it just me that it sounds awful?
I
Sounds
have
fine to me.
the sound muted, so.
That was also my joke, but
I'm gonna go ahead and roll my aid lore.
Go for
My
it.
aid check. I don't succeed.
Yep.
I don't crit fail.
So that's
I
fine.
have to turn that because it's like it's all poppy and
That's weird.
okay. You do not aid.
Yep, I do not
But
aid.
with your sextant, did you see like in our current heading, are there any?
Matt
rocks?
didn't say that there were.
Okay.
So, I got that this was the end of that rock.
Yeah.
So,
current heading, we should be fine.
yeah.
So we'll do a 2 action.
2 action? Alright.
2 action.
Let's go.
I don't think it matters. Yeah, you don't need to roll for that. So I don't know why I did.
You don't need to roll for it, but it's a case of if you fail. However, you don't 100% know what's ahead of you is the main
No,
issue.
I don't.
So I'm going to move you 60 feet.
Yeah. Wait, hang on. That was 30 feet, and then another 30 feet.
Oh, look at that.
Pretty clear.
How much further? Oh, we're good for another 30 feet. Yeah. Just keep on chugging.
Keep on chugging.
We have no control. Ah, there we go. There's a little baby rock.
The bitty rock.
And that's what we're going to save the hero point for. So we've got a rock in between us and this guy down here. This guy has clear broadsides to us.
He does, in fact, have clear broadsides.
Crawlegs is, gonna try the same thing again. Although, actually, technically, we could have moved an extra 15 feet along that, because Crawlegs trimmed the sails. If you wanted to move the extra 15 feet. Captain, my captain.
You did fail, so I will probably shift you along that extra 15.
Okay. And then Crawlegs is going to prepare to aid with the sailing check. And then also can he try to use stealth to conceal our light against
Absolutely.
this ship down here? Alrighty. Then I will roll that. Is that a 3-action activity?
Cool
It probably
idea.
would be.
Normally
If
it would
it's
be
a
3
action. I can not prepare.
So it would be interacting with the lamp at the very least.
Okay. Well, I will roll it. Oh,
Oh,
they can't see me.
Okay, fine. As Frolix
This
quickly,
supposed to be a secret shack. Oh.
as Frolix quickly adapts the lamp into a hooded lantern or a bullseye lantern. So instead of just emanating from the ship itself, it's kind of pointing ahead.
Does that expand the range for me?
It is a critical success, man.
It is a critical success.
I don't think it really matters because it's just that tiny rock.
Yes, it's just the tiny rock. I'll help you out in that regard.
All right. Well,
I think that's
the
him done.
turn. Yeah.
Pretty much, I think this is going to just come down to how they do with their perception.
I mean, if they fail here, does it do they not know what ship we left in?
Pretty much.
That's incredible.
If you can get through this without your ship being ID'd, which is seeming very likely from your 30 stealth on a critical on a natural 20, more to the point, these two are going to be moving in the wrong direction.
Wow. Poggers on the Hilwa.
And this one is going to start moving. Well, he actually has to do a sailing check. Because he's trying to turn. Yeah, no.
Bagging on the rocks.
Just so everyone can actually probably see that. Where's my collision damage? 2d8. And they have to do their sailing check for that. We will hear the crunching sound as the ship grinds up against the rocks before it moves forward. Unfortunately, it seems that the gunboats are acting a little bit too slowly. They were anticipating where you would be, but have not actually gotten around to it. Sola.
Absolutely classic Space Invaders problem. Shoot where they're going to be, not where they are. I've got a dumb idea, so here we go.
Yeah.
Nick, all we have to do is just not hit this one rock.
You got it, buddy. I just need to check something real quick.
Oh god.
Of course, I've caused my own problems here, haven't I?
Because you've just had a really great idea and...
Oh no, this was never a great idea. I have to just quickly check the thing that I might have changed myself on Bullhorn, because I'm like that.
Of course, your own problems
the thing
then?
you changed is the name, of course.
No, I changed other things. So,
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't say... It doesn't say that I can't talk underwater.
No, that is very true. And the specific language for the underwater people. Yep.
It is thalassic, which I can do. Gonna talk to that whale. Real quick.
Can whales speak? Do whales have an intelligence of above 4?
Whales can be pretty smart. Give me your diplomacy check. You're making a request. What is the request?
The sky is so beautiful tonight. Come join us and see the stars. Do I have a hero point? Because I would.
Oh, you're a bastard!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Matt, can I push it?
No, it's a natural one.
Oh.
Man, I guess we're getting that new boat sooner than we wanted, huh?
You kind of pull out to the water and kind of make your request. And sure enough, the whale does actually breach from the water in a kind of gesture of, I'm sorry, what?
What?
Huh? Speak up.
Did you just insult my mom?
As you do this, however, the sailors on the ship kind of look in the direction it's looking and kind of see your ship glowing off in the distance.
Well, I mean, I'm glad no one else heard that, so they can't blame me.
I'm just going to do a little...
It's not their turn.
My turn.
Yeah,
Hey,
Matt.
Oh, I'm just turning it back
Matt?
around again. It's fine.
I got a
Yes.
funny little question for you. Funny little question.
Yep.
If I were to run to the bowsprit and to try to shove the rock, which is immobile,
It is
could I
immobile.
shove the ship in relation to the rock?
I'd like to point out. Cool idea. The boat's fucking huge. And
I don't want to move it far. I just want to turn our heading.
Yeah. I don't know. As someone who's tried to do that with just like a small boat, it's so hard.
It is super difficult.
And that's a stationary boat.
If you want to give me a sailing lore, I can give you some better ideas.
Oh, okay. I'll give you a sailing lore to get
well,
good
hold on.
ideas.
What's your athletics? Because I'm interested in this now.
I've got a +10 athletics, Matt.
Listen, a +10, that's good.
I will let you know that this will be a very hard DC.
This is a fantasy game.
Oh no, I get that. It'll be a very hard DC.
As in the classification very hard? Because I'm willing to take those odds with my +10.
You're willing to do your entire turn to try to attempt this?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, because I've got to interact to grab my thing, then to run up, then to shove.
Just shove the boat. It's fine. That's how this works, right?
I get... question, does this count as a shove? 'Cause I get a +1 item bonus to shoves because of my weapon.
You won't be able to use the weapon for this.
Okay.
Oh,
It's a
Yeah,
shove
no.
weapon.
it is a shove weapon. It's a boarding pike, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
I mean,
reach and
that's-
shove, Matt.
That
What
is
are those
kind of what
things
it's
called
designed
in
for,
Venice?
though.
With the
punter.
big holes. Yeah.
Canals.
Alright, do your athletics check.
Do I get the +1 or no?
Yes.
Awesome.
Hell
A +1. Add it. Roll it.
Those are dice.
That's a 22, Matt.
That is not enough.
Damn it.
Close, but not enough.
Do not re-
I'm not re-rolling that.
I am, however, going to put you on the little stone there.
Yeah. On the bowsprit.
There. The pointy stick.
I didn't... For reference, I didn't jump off the ship. I was trying to be on the ship and shove the rock, but because the rock can't move, it would shove the ship.
Yeah.
Newton's third law and all that.
Well, you kind of
Deadliest
push your...
son of a bitch in space.
God. You push your muscles to the limit, but unfortunately it's just not enough. As
Yeah, okay,
light and
fair
as smooth as this ship is, it's just not there yet.
Yeah.
Small
Yeah, I
creature versus huge boat.
Also, you need to get some muscles.
I've got plant muscles.
No,
That's
you got
not
plant
what that
fighters.
is. Yeah.
I'm just gonna move you straight to the Meldy's wake there.
You are some kind of aquatic beast. Get some muscles.
All right, here we go. Here's the roll.
The
Thing we
important roll.
need.
I mean, we've all done so well this round.
Do I have any bonuses to this?
I think Krollig's prepped to aid you. So I will roll you that.
That's a success.
That's a success, so you get a +1.
That's not a good number.
We're gonna reroll that, my dude.
I don't get much of a choice in this, Matt. Yeah, fuck you, Matt. Can you please rotate me 25 degrees southwest? Yeah, that'll do, donkey. And
Okay, that's
we'll
good
just
for the map.
coast on the rest of the way. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my
And
god,
you-
we're off the edge of the map. Here
knew-
there be monsters.
I
Whoa.
knew it is flat.
Where's the gate of Tartarus, guys? I want to go see Eris.
Like from Final Fantasy?
No,
That'd be
From-
Aerith.
Sinbad. Eris, the god of chaos?
Like from Final Fantasy?
No.
Like from the Trojan War?
Like Catherine Zeta-Jones. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
from
that
Troy
was...
Story.
No. With Brad Pitt.
Nick, I didn't know you were so much into the classics until very recently, but it does explain a lot about you.
I'm glad that we've lived together and you're just finding that out about me.
Nick, you're finding out things still about me to this day.
Yeah, but they're sad things.
Matt has a child? What?
That's not a sad thing.
I'm trying
All
to think of
that
a sad
said.
thing.
Matt's
Matt plays
entire
Pathfinder?
childhood. And parts of his adulthood.
I mean, Pathfinder 1 was pretty sad. Actually,
It
no,
wasn't.
I thoroughly enjoyed
Pathfinder-
running Pathfinder 1.
Pathfinder 1 was
Pathfinder
funny.
1 is awful.
Stop trying to rewrite your history.
all of the time that I have played Pathfinder 1, it's been terrible.
I
However,
played Pathfinder 1 and it was exclusively funny the whole time.
it's honestly the best way to play. Just don't take it seriously.
Pathfinder 1.
It's okay. You're not missing much. Actually, you're
I
missing
think
a
Ian
lot.
did try and
that's
get
the
me to
problem.
play Pathfinder 1, and I was like, this is just a lot to create a character.
It really is, and that was always part of the problem. However, all that said, coasting by the cliff sides, their kind of mountainousness beside you as you navigate your way through the rocks, you leave the patrolling gunboats in your wake. As
Or
you,
Melody's wake.
as
I
you,
don't think Five Pebbles put the seashells on yet.
I don't think so either. Five Pebbles
Can
did
we
kind of
just
leave
say
in a
that
hurry,
they
though.
did?
Yes. As a parting gift, at least for now, until they return. But you leave the escorting gunboats in your wake as you sail off into the night sky.
Yeah.
It is a long
Frick,
journey
yeah.
home.
Don't we need to go back and talk to Bart?
We do at some point.
Absolutely dead to us.
He's got our money.
He does
Or-
have our money.
Or you kind of make some correspondence with him. I'm not sure how safe it is to actually go back to the dock at this point.
Well, not now, obviously.
I'll swim.
Just make our way over land. It'll be fine, yeah?
Yeah,
Can
it'll
you
be great.
imagine Bart hearing that we're coming to pick up the money and the one who comes is the one he wants to see the least?
Yeah, look. Boy. Before we go to our break, however, players, how was that ship combat? I know we didn't actually get much into the cannon fire and stuff like that, but
I mean, it's nice to have had the obstacles to avoid.
Yeah.
you can blame Gianni for that, actually.
It just gives credence to like having to choose like, do I want to make 3 checks or do I want to make 1 check?
I was considering whether to add more rocks or not. I think in the future we will have maps that have a lot more than that.
Well, I mean, for what we were trying to do,
was
like,
perfect.
had we gone further north, then if I'm sure we would have found more rocks. For like, just trying to sneak on by, I think that was the adequate number of rocks.
And also considering how low visibility was, I think it was the adequate number of rocks.
You'd
Because
love to
like,
hear it.
committing to anything further than 30 feet, you can just run into a rock.
And that's where the collision rules come into effect.
Yeah.
And you know,
So you either
that's-
go slow or you just go. Go.
and you make a lot of noise and you draw a lot of attention. But I feel that it worked really well from my side of things.
Yeah.
I am currently working on crew actions and stuff like that, so I'll be working that out. And token attacher did really well, though I might have to adjust how the token's actually placed. But that's super easy to fix. Barely an inconvenience. Also work out how it's actually going with the initiative tracker and stuff like that, because that might get annoying. Otherwise, we're going to go for a short little 10-minute break, because I need another coffee and to refill my water bottle. Otherwise, we'll run a poll during the break. I'm also going to run some commercials, so Twitch doesn't just randomly drop them on you at some random time. However, if you don't want to see any ads at all, you can always subscribe. And September is still on for the next 24 hours or so. So that'll help you avoid all the ads as well. With my shilling done, however, we're going to go for that short 10-minute break. We shall see you back here very soon. Hello everyone, and we have returned. I'm keeping an eye on that poll.
Hello.
I think only 2 people have voted. I'm not sure. I haven't checked it. I try not to check it too often.
There are 4 votes. I don't know how many people have voted. There are 4 votes.
What is Tabletop Simulator? Tabletop Simulator is... It's pretty much just a platforming program for doing things like board games and tabletop role-playing games like this. However, as good as it is for board games, it's not great for role-playing. Surprisingly, it tends to be pretty chunky. Clunky would probably be the better term for that, actually.
Tabletop Simulator is literally just, oh, we have 2 victors.
Oh, wow. Ooh. I'm going to give it to Solar, because currently Solar has none.
Me.
I think you should have been forced to give it to both people, but okay.
That's not how that goes.
Coward.
I like where your head's at, but that's not how that goes.
Yet Tabletop Simulator is basically just a physics engine.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, people will do it if they're trying to experiment with... Because it can simulate a 3D environment. So if you're trying to do like 3D maps and things like that, you can do it. It's just a lot of work, and it's not perfect for it. I play Root using Tabletop Simulator. Whatever board games have we done for it? We've done a couple now, haven't we? It has a lot of work. It has a hell of a lot of workshop support, though. So it is worth
played
it.
Betrayal on it. That's what I've played with some of my friends. Betrayal at the House on the Hill.
Betrayal's really good. One of the good things about Tabletop Simulator is once you've actually got the main program for it, the workshop is very well supported, and you can pretty much get whatever other board game you could possibly imagine as long as it's reasonably popular. And you can usually get them for free. However, the DLC for Tabletop Simulator does have officially supported and produced versions as well. And of course, it does some of the automation for you as well.
A lot of places, I think, have just official mods anyways.
Yeah.
DLC.
I know there's a bunch of... I know when people do like their board game Kickstarters or card game Kickstarters, they'll release a mod for Tabletop Simulator as well. I'm pretty sure they did that for the Binding of Isaac card game.
I think that was... I think it was a combination. I think people created...
Yeah, people created it, and then it was kind of semi-supported by the actual publishers. But yeah, that's Tabletop Simulator. Like I said, I've used it a couple of times. I've looked at it for doing war games, like 40k and War Machine.
They just don't... I mean, for 40k, you don't have any vertical measuring. So, like, trying to do vertical terrain just doesn't...
Nah. Which is less of an issue of War Machine. But I could go on a long tirade about wargaming and how the next evolution of it is VTT, if they could only just figure it out. I have opinions about this.
Some people, yes, but I think a lot of wargaming for a lot of people is these are my dudes.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
And some people are just there to play the game and they like playing the game, and those people absolutely VTT.
Yeah.
Space.
And there's always the argument you can put across where it's a lot of people don't go into wargaming because it is a lot of effort and a lot of money.
Yeah.
So instead, if you turn to someone and go, well, we understand you can't afford the miniatures, or not sure if you want to invest or not. So how about like a $30 virtual tabletop kit for it? I think a lot of people would just jump on that instead. And you just have the official tournaments in like the flesh space for people to enjoy. Or participate in, as the case may be. Otherwise, back to our pirates on the Melody's wake. Technically speaking, I have you going in the wrong direction, but you get the general idea, a gist of you are sailing off into the night.
Mm-hmm.
Leaving Cape Suzanna far behind, and your close brushes with the Crown and with the Void Zombies. The question I want to put to the player characters in particular, however, like, considering what you have seen over the last couple of days, what is everyone kind of like thinking, or what are you discussing as a crew? Because there is hints of some form of conspiracy going on.
Indeed.
Sunshine is trying to collect every empty bottle on board the ship for a personal project.
A personal project, yeah?
A personal project.
The second Sunshine steps foot in the kitchen, or galley, or whatever it is on a boat,
Yeah.
Sola is standing in front of them, impassive as a doorway.
I didn't know you could change your race mid-session. Are you playing a dolphin?
I'm Dorothy.
Might I be getting past ya?
For what purpose?
Well, I'm looking for empty bottles. You wouldn't happen to have any?
No.
Are you sure? And Sunshine's gonna try to peer around you.
Oh, Sola is frankly a master at stepping in the way.
I'm still gonna roll that perception check against whatever your blocking DC is.
I would imagine in Solo's galley there wouldn't be much in the way of empty bottles at all. Everything would either be full or in the process of being emptied. There wouldn't be anything that's kind of left sitting.
Do you know where I can find are any empty bottles or?
Normally, I would suggest going through the crew's sleeping area for empty bottles. However, we are shy on crew.
That is very true.
At best, the captain may have one or two.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the captain's quarters.
I don't think we have captain's quarters on this ship.
You don't.
Do we not?
No,
I'm
not
gonna
yet.
go to the
It's not big
captain's
enough.
sleeping hammock.
Yeah, that's close to what you're working with here. Look, the underside of this ship has a little bit of space for cargo. The gull in particular, which is the style of ship that you're on, is designed for comfort, but doesn't have much in the way of creature comforts, if that makes sense. It's supposed to be a smooth ride, but not a comfortable one. In all reality, this ship was originally designed for quick taxiing between islands, not for long voyages like what you put it through, despite it being fully capable of such.
So Matt, how
Yep.
how many empty bottles does Sunshine find?
Do.
I mean, none around my stuff. It would just be wineskins.
You find 2.
Searching the entire ship head to toe, I find 2. Okay.
I would
Yeah.
I would suggest you could always empty out your flasks of alchemist fire, but that would set fire to the ship.
Just empty them out on the
Also,
deck, it's fine.
those are very important to Sunshine.
And like, also, to be fair, Solar keeps a cleanly ship.
See, now I'm just imagining the whole, okay, we're going to toast the passing of this crew member. Now everyone just pull one out, and Sunshine just starts pouring out an alchemist fire.
You guys all better pour out an alchemist fire if Sunshine dies.
Directly onto Sunshine.
That would be one way. They're apparently playing Betrayal Monster on the Hill. Interesting. Alright.
Neat.
Anyway,
Good game.
what is... You find 2 empty bottles, which you can do with what you wish.
Okay. I'll get back to you on my project.
Oh, I have an idea of what the project involves. And I think I know where you're going with it. We'll talk.
Okay.
See, I don't know, but because you found 2, all I can imagine is you're making Sunshine taller.
Okay. Archie, what are you doing? Like, what is your processing after all this has happened?
Hot damn, shit's fucked, yo.
In particular, Pontus was not, strictly speaking, human anymore.
Correct. Good observation, Matt. I'm glad you're paying attention.
Right? It's almost like I made him or something. And I gave him appropriate traits. He's still counted as humanoid, though, if that helps. But what are Archie's feelings at the moment?
Archie's feeling afraid and
Afraid?
concerned. As stuff's happened whilst he's been gone, and he doesn't know what's been done about it.
That's very true. Even from what you saw in Cape Suzanna, the environment there is... the feeling of the places has just changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Sola.
What up?
What are Solar's feelings on all of this?
Doesn't have him.
Doesn't have them?
Nope.
It's a robot.
No thoughts?
Does not affect... Well, does not immediately affect Archibald. It does not matter.
That is kind of fair.
I really love that Sola and Sunshine both don't have feelings, but they're in the opposite directions.
Well, eventually you will all have to rest. However, for you, Solar, this is something a little bit different.
Incorrect, but go ahead.
As I'm just going to do...
Do. Sorry, man. You were trying to say something?
I'm just putting people unconscious. It's all good.
Oh, okay.
Why would I be unconscious? I don't sleep.
You don't sleep ever. Sola,
Hey.
for an automate, an automata, whatever way you want to put it.
Ribbit.
A Rubit. It's not so much sleep as a kind of standby. And you do in fact see a figure move in front of you. It kind of shows up in your vision and says kind of quietly, "I know you're awake."
I will fully power up.
Or at least you don't sleep. Hello, Sola.
Hello.
I felt it was time that we actually spoke face to face.
Zooming in to try and see if I can see what I'm dealing with here. I would assume you are blue?
That would be
Dee-da-ba
correct.
die.
Or at least that's the name I'm working with for now. True names being what they are.
There is, like, no recognition for Sola, so she just stands still. That's all above her pay grade.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, you are the only one to see me for what I am. She looks to the north, to where you would come from, at Cape Suzanna. Would you be willing to fill me in on what happened?
Of course.
My sight doesn't stray far from the water.
I would advise you get comfortable.
She does!
Cool. Sola goes through everything. Minute by minute.
And
I mean, you say that you go through it minute by minute, but actually, you just play a presentation that you prepared. Like it's just slide after slide.
here is my PowerPoint presentation. For her
Here
part,
is the fire sunshine started.
But, like, there's sound effects, so it's kind of fun.
oh yeah, and you have her attention for the entire thing. At the very least, she is paying attention. And she nods and goes, "Okay." I've felt for a long time that there is something wrong in the archipelago, something that has been disrupting it. Unfortunately, when I voiced these concerns, I was imprisoned. Thank you for the rescue, by the way. I'm not sure if I put that across yet or not.
It is our pleasure.
I am curious, though. Are you going to tell your captain about this conversation?
I do not see a reason to not do that
So you trust him, then?
with my life.
Well, these are important features for a captain. You do know that there's something lurking inside of him.
He's also good at steering the boat.
He has proven himself to be an adept hand. That is true.
Of course, there's something inside of him. There is something inside of all of us.
Although you're correct, I was speaking more in a metaphysical sense. You know there is something magical growing within him, right?
Yes. He exhibits dragon talons from time to time.
Has he always been able to do this, or is this a recent development?
Sam? Sam, help!
Go on, Automate.
for as long as I have known him. I guess. Or maybe not.
Well, the Dordish have rather negative opinions and feelings towards dragons. Do you carry those sentiments?
Though I was made there, I am not technically a citizen of whatever the country is called. Dorton?
Dortown.
Oh, now you turn up. Cool.
Oh, did I not actually?
No.
Okay, I must have been muted when all the things that I said, but I did say things.
Cool.
We'll
You're not
never
incorrect.
know.
You said all the right things, so
Okay.
I didn't realize that I was muted.
Radical. But my loyalty will never be to that kingdom, rather to this one man.
I think that's all the captain can really ask for, isn't it? I'm going to grant your ship some more powers. I'm going to extend a little bit of myself further throughout it. How much you want to tell them about this conversation is up to you.
Is there anything we can do for you?
I will be honest, I believe you're already working towards that goal.
Don't crash.
Also that, you get a new ship, bring me with you, that would be super. It is not by coincidence the Akata are here in the Pulses Archipelago. Their particular weaknesses aside, there is a sinister purpose for them being here. And I believe there are those who would try to remove that particular weakness to finally gain dominion over the archipelago and beyond. So I guess my request to you is help me protect the archipelago. Are you up for that?
My captain cannot exist in a place hostile to life, as the Akata clearly are.
They're not from here. I'm not sure how much you've been told.
Some kind of space dog.
Essentially, yes. And considering what you have told me of the events of the last few days, I'm afraid of what further experimentation these void people have been doing. Because whenever I feel them on the waves, I feel their absence, but I do not feel them.
If they stand in our way, they will be dealt with.
And that is absolutely what I love to hear. She looks out to the waves as they're kind of slowly crashing around you. I have to go now. But thank you for this conversation and filling in. I'm sure it won't be the last time.
I hope not. May I ask one question of you?
You may.
You said that there were those who disagreed with you and trapped you.
Yes?
Who are they?
I think you've already met one of them.
No.
The captain of the Forked Serpent. Him and others disagreed with me and sought to imprison me instead.
Thank you.
No, thank you. And with that, she disappears in a sparkle of blue light. If you were on deck, you would see the figurine attached to the mast glow for a couple of moments.
Back to standby mode.
Coop Waffles, as for what we're doing, this is Hoist the Colors. It is a homebrew, kind of self-written adventure path that I'm doing for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Our pirates had just finished up in a pretty hostile crown city and have escaped with their lives back to the ocean and hopefully back home to Miranda Bay itself, the pirate capital for the Pulses Archipelago. All that said, eventually, you will all wake up fully rested with your spell slots returned to you, as I transition back to daylight. All spell slots restored.
Rest for the night. Wait, why am I? Why the fuck am I?
You're
Is my AC
unconscious.
so? Oh, why is my AC atrocious? It just got good.
You're a sorcerer, of course they're atrocious.
Fuck you, it's good now.
Well, it's better at the very least. But yeah, there will be Battlezoo stuff kind of thrown in just because I like their bestiaries, or at least I like most of their bestiaries. But no, this is not happening in the Indigo Isles. I have put way too much.
This is on the Sevi Isle.
I have put way too much effort into some of the ancillary stuff for Hoist the Colors to kind of just hand it over to someone else. Let's take that unconsciousness off of Archie.
Yay, I awake now.
You're also prone.
How
Is
else
that-
are you supposed to sleep? What do I look like, a horse?
Yes, Solar, how else are you supposed to sleep?
Standing, rigid.
Yeah, but she looks like a horse.
Bold of you to assume Sunshine doesn't just like tie himself to the back of the to the railing of the ship and then just jump overboard to sleep.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm
Pulled in the water.
Yeah, wild that we don't think that. The most obvious choice.
and I'm pretty sure it's well established for Frolics that he just kind of hangs out on the on the rigging,
Wigging.
Yeah.
like on the mast and stuff, just kind of sleeps there attached because that's how we kind of go.
Do you think?
How else do you think Sunshine maintains his constant moisture?
Do you think he does it like a frog, where they're like all tucked up?
I would like to think so. And
There's essentially a little button, and it's him.
Aw, see that sounds adorable to me. At least I find it adorable.
Yeah.
I am going to have to create some sort of party icon for all of you. However, general use.
What you should do is give us the ability to draw again.
Why does everyone want to be able to draw?
Because make pretty colors.
No, that is very true.
So which one of these is Miranda Bay, Matt?
Ah, none of them. You will be coming from this direction, however.
Alright.
And Miranda Bay is roughly in this area.
Okay.
still a part of the island chain, but not actually on an island itself. Miranda Bay, for its history, was created as an artificial island. Because whenever the Navy tried to establish itself on an island, bad things would happen. And as the weeks and the campaign goes on, more of these islands will be labeled for you. And you've been to Snakehead Island itself.
Yeah.
I'd like to think everyone thought it was very pretty. At some point, I will also have to make, like, islands and maps for all of these. But for the time being, we're good. But
We're good.
what is the plan? Because Miranda Bay is the most obvious one, because you need a bounty. You have a bounty to retrieve.
Correct.
Though
We
you
also
might
need
have
to
to
get-
do some convincing.
Some convincing?
We killed Pontus! Did you? Where's his head?
Well, it's kind of got
We
slimy.
don't. We also need to have correspondence with Bart.
You do. So, in that regard, sailing back to Miranda Bay will take you a week or two,
Okay.
just in the general passage of things. Hollix is happy to get the ride back to Miranda Bay because he believes that's where the Fork Serpent has went to as well.
Cool beans.
Once you
Do
arrive,
I notice anything about the ship along the way?
not in particular, but give me a perception check.
Why is my AC shitting?
Are you still prone?
Oh, am I? Yes. I am off guard because I... There we go, I fixed it!
You fixed it! Alright. I mean, that's good. Archie,
Yeah.
it is one afternoon while you're kind of being at the wheel for most of the day. Because if someone isn't at the wheel, it's kind of painful and can just kind of drift
Yeah,
off.
we
to
don't
one
we don't have cruise control yet.
Nah. But it's as you kind of lean a little bit heavily on the wheel at some point, the wheel kind of actually presses forward. Like it leans forward a little bit.
Oh,
Not in an
like a
instant.
joystick?
Kind of. Not in like a... It doesn't like snap or break. And as you kind of do this motion, you actually feel the shift in the ship as it kind of leans forward further into the water.
Leans forward as in like diving?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh,
And as you do this, there is a kind of like a blue aura that trickles over the entire ship for just a couple of moments.
what if I pull back on it?
Nothing happens.
Damn it, no hydrofoils yet.
Not yet. The question is, do you want to push forward all the way?
No, I'm obviously tired and need to have some rest. I am seeing and feeling things that did not occur.
Well, Solar, are
Hey.
you going to inform the rest of the crew of the little conversation you had with Blue?
Really, it depends on if anyone like brings it up.
Nope.
Everyone was asleep.
Yeah, but like, hey, what's with this blue stuff? Blah blah blah. Otherwise, Solar's just going to act completely normal because this is just a normal thing.
That just
About,
normally happens
like-
to everyone.
A day or 2 days into the voyage, Sunshine is gonna seek out Sola, and be like, might I be having stove privileges?
That just okay. So Solar's probably like mopping a deck, and there's just like kind of a short circuit that happens. just stops very slowly, rises, and is just like, "May I ask why?"
I've been working on a new thing to fight the Arcata.
That
It's
requires
very nice.
a stove?
I need to boil water.
There's clearly some math running through Sola's head.
Risk management engaged.
Yeah, it's just like...
Yeah. Do I need a new insurance
You
policy?
can almost hear, but how bad can it be? They're just boiling water.
Don't worry, guys. I'll alert you with this thunderstone.
I never needed to alert you.
Pulls out void grenades, sucks ship into fucking warp.
Will you be requiring supervision?
I don't think so.
Would you
I
like
think
to
I
make...
know how to work a stove.
Would you like to make this a fun little bonding activity?
Sure.
Wonderful.
I don't...
I shall prepare a lunch for everyone while you boil some water.
So Sunshine, true to his word, is gonna take his 2 bottles of water.
Yeah.
And he fills them both up with seawater.
Yeah.
And he puts one on the stove. And as the water boils off, he just keeps refilling it with the other one.
Okay.
I'm trying to concentrate as much salt as I can into
Yeah.
the water.
Now, here's what, like, immediately, you do that, and Sola just grabs the bottle off the stove, puts a pan down, so you're not putting glass directly on the stove, put some water in the pan, then you go. Group activities are fun.
I'm just imagining Sunshine standing on like a little steppy stool
Yeah.
pouring in water.
Is you
Just
going through the
like,
process?
every now and then just going out, refilling the water, coming back.
Yeah. I'm just trying to create as as salty of water as I can without it crystallizing out of the solution.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fair.
Do you want a crafting check from me?
I absolutely want a crafting check.
Can I aid?
Yeah.
You can absolutely aid.
Or,
Ignore
like,
the thing.
Bonding.
Or, like-
Bonding.
I guess oppose so it doesn't explode or anything?
Possibly go wrong.
So that is a successful aid.
A successful aid. Alright. So you get the +1 for this.
+1. Add. Roll.
Nice.
It's 26.
Robo-mom?
That's what Sola's being right now.
You're not wrong.
So, after an hour or two of working on this, you managed to create possibly the saltiest water that anyone has ever made.
Awesome.
Now, there is a slight thing where people would be like, okay, cool, I guess? But for those who are just joining us, our players have been dealing with creatures that have a weakness to salt water. So I'm guessing the idea is for this to be some sort of explosive bomb?
Well,
Similar
I'm
to
just
that
gonna
of Alchemist's
throw
Fire.
it. I'm just gonna throw it and hope it splashes on him. But yeah.
Yeah, no, essentially.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Man, if only, like, either of my last 2 characters were here to provide advice and feedback.
No.
I guess the first question is, do you have alchemy crafting as the skill feat?
I do not. I do not have alchemical crafting.
All right. So this will be a throwable bottle of salt water.
Yep.
It wouldn't have all the bonus fun things that you get with alchemical bombs, but still effective. The equivalent of a Molotov... The comparison would be a Molotov to Alchemist Fire.
I feel like, considering the only thing that has happened is we've boiled some water, I feel that's fair that it's not particularly alchemical.
Sunshine doesn't have a mind for the alchemical, but he does have a mind for making water salty.
Hey. Alchemy's gotta start somewhere. I imagine every alchemist begins by boiling water.
No, what annoys me is that most of human history is just boiling water.
I mean...
And you, as Sunshine, like, every single time it gets to a new step of salinity, Sunshine just takes a little drop out and puts it on his leaves. And he just keeps looking at it, and when it finally reaches the saltiest point, his leaf, like, shrivels up a little bit when it gets, the salty brine on it.
And
he's like, this is good.
This is perfect. Love
There
this.
is a point where Solar just watches you drip boiling hot salt water on you.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe this was a bad idea, but we're here now, so...
This is a thing that's happening right now. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay, so Sunshine has a very salty bottle of water.
Has a ranger commit of 20 feet.
Okay. Let me add item. New weapon.
You'll pretty much just be dripping something in salt water, yeah. So it won't do extra damage to that regard. It will just trigger weaknesses. This is similar to
Holy water.
Similar. God, I hope they have leveled versions in the remaster. Just have the holiest water.
I mean, they technically do through Sanctify or Desecrate Water or whatever the skill feats are.
Well, you know how to make holy water. You boil the hell out of it.
Have you read that somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Everywhere.
classic joke. I used to hear
That's
it in
the
the
first
church all
time
the
I've
time.
heard of that.
Oh my god.
Really?
This is a good one.
Wow. That was one of those puns I grew up with.
Ben.
Well, does anyone want to do anything else particularly with their journey back to Miranda Bay?
Where's Miranda Bay?
It's there, on the map, where I'm pointing.
Oh, it's just here.
Damn it. No, it's around here. Ish. I'm trying to figure out the best way to actually represent it on the map. Because it's not a huge landmass. But it is on my project list for this week. But, anyone doing anything particular in the voyage home? Any training? Any fun downtime stuff besides making more bottles of salt water?
Sunshine is basically perfecting his salt water recipe. That's what he's doing.
Like, I as the GM get the logic behind this, yeah?
Yeah?
But I'm just imagining anyone else just watching you going through this process would be like that guy from TikTok who just does this, looks at someone overcomplicating procedure and just does the simplest method. Just, I imagine some pirate watching you do this and just getting an empty bottle of water, scooping up some water from the ocean and being like, done.
But it's not salty enough.
Once again, I get it, but someone would absolutely do that. Well,
no, at some stage, like, let's say a week into this,
yep.
Solar will probably bring up the fact that they have salt. Like
Sunshine's face would light up.
like bags of it.
Not his face, because obviously he's wearing a mask, but like his whole body language gets so excited.
It's like you're doing this the worst way possible, and then Soul comes in like, we can just use one bit of water and then just put more salt in it.
Just like the most casual, offhanded comment of something like, oh, this is just like, this is as salty as the bags of salt that we have all over the dang place.
Or like pass the salt during a meal.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah,
wait,
like,
we just
oh
had
no,
toast of that?
yeah, that's even better. Like, on one time, Sola just goes to the back, picks up a bag of salt, uses some in the recipe sheet, and then puts the bag away, and it's just like, what?
You can't
Okay,
use the second
but,
bag, though, because that's for the demons.
The whole reason, let's be real, the whole reason Sunshine was using salt water as opposed to asking Sola about the salt was because Sunshine felt like he was pressing his luck with stove privileges.
There we go.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I will give you that so long as for this entire time you've been doing this, no shenanigans have happened in the kitchen. That would have built some trust with Sola.
Okay. I imagine, like, we're 3 days in, and then Sunshine finally gets salt privileges.
Just for making bottles of salt water.
Next time we are in port, I will buy you your own bag.
Thank you very much.
Speaking of, if no one wants to do anything particular on the way to the Miranda Bay, you will arrive pretty safe and sound.
Yay!
Krolix will take his leave, asking if he can, if the opportunity comes, if he can rejoin the crew, even temporarily.
Yar!
Yar. And before Sunshine accidentally opens a gate to the plane of salt and creates an elemental. Well, funnily enough, they do exist.
What, a plane of salt?
Salt water elementals.
Oh, yeah.
They do in fact exist, which, is going to be very fun later on. But you will arrive back in Miranda Bay. It will be mid-morning when you return. Going to see Johnny.
Going to see Johnny.
I like Johnny. Do. Well, Johnny's in his usual pace, and as he sees all of you kind of enter, he stands up, kind of excited. Now, it is good to see all of you back here. No injuries, I hope? No deaths?
A somber look comes across my face.
Oh no. Who died?
The governor?
5 pebbles no longer with us.
Oh no. What happened?
Yeah,
I don't know, he left on some journey of some sorts. Went off to follow the tides, I believe. Probably followed off his shark. His shark went missing. Maybe, perhaps.
I thought you meant he'd Okay. I'm a lot more comfortable now. That's all good. Regardless, he gestures for a round of drinks.
Yay, booze.
Yay! Because getting a hold of fresh water, not exactly easy. See previous
Yeah.
discussion about salt water.
Even worse when someone just boils it all away. I hope you guys use that water that you evaporated.
Absolutely not. No.
We'll just have to make some thick water later on. But drinks are all handed out, and he sits everyone down and goes, "So, mission successful? You're back in one piece, so it was either successful or it was made it out alive."
It was fairly successful.
Fairly successful?
We may have upset Bart a wee tad, but otherwise it was successful. We dispatched with the governor, and we interrupted his benefactor's business, keeping him alive, sorts.
Oh, yeah. I received some interesting correspondence from Bart recently, informing me to extend a line of credit to all of you.
Yay!
To the
What
tune
about-
of 1,000 gold pieces.
What about the gold?
Is that a piece or?
Is that the bounty, or is that the gold, or is that
We
both?
haven't even talked about the bounty yet.
So is that the gold?
That is the gold.
And is
Meta
that
speaking.
1,000 a piece or?
Split
No,
between you.
it's a line of credit. You can't really split a line of credit, really.
Unfortunately. Otherwise, because apparently you managed to get a hold of a bunch of gold from the decoding I did of his message.
Aye.
Was
I'm-
in the safe.
So you did some safe cracking while you were there.
Sunshine apprehended a safe from one of the void. What are they? Void
Rights?
Void rights. The void rights shipyards.
Okay, now you have to catch me up. Void Rights had a shipyard in a Crown City?
Aye, some
That's the
venture-
right word.
Some venture capitalism was involved there. The enterprise was going under, and the void rights came in and swept it all up, employees included.
Oh. Yeah, no, they are known for doing that.
It was right
It's-
nasty business.
Well, they don't, as far as we know, they don't operate within the Crown.
Well, they certainly aren't operating out of that shipyard anymore.
Well, that's
There
good
was
to hear.
some collusion of sorts, whether that extends beyond the governor is currently beyond us.
Well, I have been in some discussions with people who are a little bit higher up the food chain than me, particularly around here. And there are some very concerned murmurings, especially about your recent endeavors. Congratulations on the kill, by the way. I believe
Much
there's many.
obliged.
I believe there is many a man who would toast in your honor to finally putting that scumbag into the grave.
That fellow's been long since dead.
I should know. I saw him die the first time. Or at least I saw him get thrown overboard. But I believe, and this is when he gets out the large sack of coins, this is for you. And he slides it over.
Boonty!
That is
How much money did we get?
That is the 1,000 gold pieces of bounty on Pontus's head.
That's
Cool.
200 per person.
What do you mean 200 per person? 333 per person, but it's 200 between us and 200 to the ship.
Okay.
Cheers. Yay!
Plus 200 to the ship. Mathematic, go!
Let's go. You do have access to a loot sheet that is a part of, or a stash sheet that is a part of the party sheet.
Where's
whichever-
that again?
It is at the top of the player tab.
Oh yeah, that thing.
That thing. If you go over to the right tab, it has a stash where you can put
I
money
put
and
the
stuff.
money on the boat itself,
Yeah, that's fine.
so that we know that that's for the ship purchases.
I
Was
wasn't
it-
supposed to close it. That's fine. It's all good. So, there's your payday.
Sorry, 250 each. Wait,
Okay.
no.
How do you want to split that?
I mean, if we, still stay 200 and then put 200 in the stash. I don't know how to put money in the stash. Is that party loot? Oh. Matt, I
And
don't
this-
have any control over the stash.
I'm gonna put 200 in there.
Yeah. There you go.
Points have been added.
This way, my maths is totally correct and definitely not wrong in the slightest.
Perfect.
Not a single problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
God, I really have to sort this out properly. Sorry, just looking for my token folders. Well. So, Pontus was undead? That was the general gist of things?
Was he undead or was he just not fully slain? I don't remember if we got that deep.
I did successfully recall knowledge on him at one point.
No, you didn't.
Did I not?
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
Matt just gave you bullshit information.
Oh, fair enough.
I did.
Like, it wasn't detrimental information.
Yes.
You didn't crit fail, but it was nondescript information that provided no actual benefit.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Inconclusive. His life was maintained beyond the mortal means.
Yeah.
And Bart had already commented the fact that many people before you had tried to assassinate him, and
Yeah.
all had been unsuccessful, or more to the point, he had just walked it off.
Not this time.
Including a beheading. Alright, well, I don't particularly have any jobs lined up for you, all of you in general, quite yet. I imagine some of the higher-ups are going to have some conversations for you very soon, however.
Yar.
Because, especially... Well, do you want me to pass on that little bit of information about the shipyard?
Yar.
Yar? Okay. Because this is rapidly getting outside of everything.
Indeed.
Because there have been reports trickling in of some of the other islands being attacked by the Crown as well. So, in some very real ways, the fleet is preparing for war.
I see.
We don't understand why the Crown would be doing this, however, because fleet comparisons being what they are, we just outpower them. Like 10 ships to 1. It's not the first time they've tried to attack us, and we obliterated them last time. That's why the Accord was made. As quietly as it was done. It was basically the Crown keeps out of the archipelago. We don't decimate their fleet again. But from what you're telling me, they might be reversing course on that little regard.
'Tis of great concern for us all.
Well, how are you going with your ship? I guess is the next biggest question.
She be serviceable, but we be looking to upsize for a bigger crew. Improve our capabilities in the ocean.
He pulls out a little bit of parchment and starts making notes. Is there anything particular you're after in a new ship?
What are we after, guys?
This is a kind of meta conversation where the GM is also asking you kind of, what's the general vibe of the next ship you're after?
We want cannons.
You want cannons?
I
We
want,
want
cannons.
speed, and we want cannons, and we want it to look dope.
All of those things.
All those things? That's pretty possible.
We want it to look zesty, as some people would say. We want it to not be a cowabunga dude. Am I doing it right?
You're
How
doing
are-
it great.
What's airships looking like? Or is it just sea ships?
Does Solar bring up airships?
I thought this was a meta conversation, but okay.
Yeah, it's partially a meta conversation. Like I said, it will be blending.
He's changing
back
the
and
rules
forth.
on us.
Oh my
No,
god,
so-
it's like I'm a GM or something.
Solo would not.
Solar would not. So to answer that side question, airships will be an option in the future.
Neat.
Oh.
But they're outside of your affordability at this point.
Neat.
Gosh dang it.
Rules as written, the smallest, I think the lowest level airship is level 11. So that'll be a fair
When?
ways off.
We're
Um,
nowhere near Alkenstar either.
I have made a smaller airship that is level 9. But that's probably about as low as I'm going to be going with them.
Chill.
There is a fair bit of magic going on there. And this is for the most part, a pirate campaign. But
Yeah, just to put it into perspective, cannons don't point up.
no. So aerial supremacy is very much a thing. As far as you're aware, this is uncommon knowledge, but most people know about it. Miranda Bay does have a half dozen airships under its command.
Oh,
But 2 of those are strictly cargo vessels. As for the other 4, it's very hush-hush about what they actually do, but they're rarely in Miranda Bay itself. But
I wonder, would it be possible for like to produce a use case for an even lower level one, like a completely unarmed airship, but is purely intended for like reconnaissance? So just think like a recon plane. Like it goes fast, it can take no hits.
So I am working on something, but that it is for a different campaign.
Okay.
I have been.
There are people other than us.
Matt's cheating on us.
I have
How
been reading
could you?
a series of books called the Leviathan trilogy. I recently finished them, and I kind of like some of the ideas and the vibes from that. So I am putting together some notes for a different campaign.
The airship vibes from Eberron are also pretty cool.
Also, I recently, for free, apparently through Alchemy, because I was back to the Kickstarter for it, they just gave me a 5e supplement for airships. And it's
Oh,
like, I
nice.
didn't ask for this, but I feel very attacked right now.
How could you typecast me like?
How dare you put me in a box like this? The box is very accurate, and thank you for that, but how dare you? So, a cool looking ship, cannons.
Yeah.
That's also kind of fast and zippy. You're pretty much
No.
saying
Oh yeah, us. Yeah.
yes. You're pretty much staying in Zephyr Artificer territory. You know that, right?
What's that?
Your current ship is also from the same company.
Oh, cool.
I mean, our current ship has done well so far.
I just think it's amusing. I'm part of the ship,
Part of the crew.
part of the ship, part of the crew.
Matt.
Yep.
Sunshine would pretty quickly get bored of this conversation because he already insinuated that he burned down the shipyard and there wasn't enough of a reaction to that. So he's gonna go up to the bar.
Yep.
And he's gonna go, you have any empty bottles you want? How much could I buy you with? And he pulls out 1 gold piece and lays it on the bar. How many empty bottles could I get with that?
The bartender kind of looks over the gold coin, looks you over, shrugs,
All of them.
and pulls out 10 empty bottles.
Okay, I'll take them all.
He just takes the gold coin. He's not going to ask questions. He's in a pirate bar.
Cool.
I hope they are in a crate.
Add equipment. Add item. Empty bottles. Okay.
How is your sailing lore check at the moment, Archie?
Not as good as I'd like it. I think it goes up next level, though. Yeah, me double that.
Give me a quick double check, because the Hawk, which is the next one in the
Next
series, is level 6, and the piloting check is DC 22.
Whoa, that's big.
You will have a crew to assist you, however.
Yeah, next level I go to expert.
Well, speaking of, have people leveled?
Yes.
Leveled.
So that would be level 5. That's perfect. I'm just checking your proficiencies for you.
Yeah, it'll go up to 10. So it'll be a 12 or higher. Assuming I don't also pick anything else like circumstance or otherwise to improve in that chance.
Well, I'll put the Hawk into the system. But, as I said, everyone is now at level 4, so congratulations on that. Did you want to let people know of any fun stuff you picked up?
A spell book!
You picked up a spell book? You're a sorcerer. What is this?
Yeah, I picked up Arcane Evolution. I get a skill, and additionally, I can keep a book of arcane spells similar to a wizard's spell book. Basically, I can choose to learn a spell, or I can signature a spell each morning. Or rather, add a spell to my repertoire, or if it's already in my repertoire, add it to make it a signature spell. So I can expand the number of spells I know at will, and then pick from those to be one of those to be in my repertoire.
I'm gonna have to stop dropping more scrolls, aren't I? Or at least have more of them available.
Not too many of them.
Not too many? That's
I also picked up Scales of the Dragon, which basically means I get studded leather armor. Is studded leather armor a thing in this?
Yeah.
No one I get a plus. I have armor without having to wear armor or have any proficiency with armor.
Oh wow! See, this is why I keep talking about the Dragon Ball bloodline is just OP.
Yeah, so I get a +2 item bonus to AC with a Dex cap of 3, which also stacks with the item bonus from runes on Explorer's clothing.
Nice.
So I don't get any fun stuff for like light or whatever armor runes, but
you do
my
get
armor isn't shit.
Well, that's the important part, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you can, if it stacks with the bonuses from Explorer's armor, then you should be fine.
Indeed.
Like, there are some things you can put on it, and there's always accessory runes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sola.
I'm gonna be real, I didn't get too much interesting, mostly just medic stuff.
Yeah.
Cantrip expansion, so I grabbed 2 extra cantrips.
I picked up Cantrip's expansion at level 2 because Matt's a dick and he made cool spells.
Okay.
How dick.
But I did up my intelligence by 1, so that gave me a new language, which I picked up Necrol.
Why is that? Why did you pick up Necrol?
I don't know, just the sheer amount of undead we have to deal with. And I think that gave me an extra skill to train in. I hope so, because I trained in nature. So now I have all of them.
You have all of them?
All the magic traditions.
All the magic.
All the skills?
No, not all the skills.
Not all the skills yet? Damn. I will say, with the remaster, your best spellcasting modifier works for any spellcasting tradition.
Well, I want to up my strength
Radical.
or my intelligence.
So if you pick up any primal spellcasting in the future, you can still just use your divine-based one. Which will be kind of trippy. You'll never do it.
I feel like I have to boost my intelligence so that I can steer the ship.
I mean, it's an option. Sunshine.
I picked up more health with a point in con. And then my rats can bite on the run now.
Gnawing Tide. Love that feat.
And I can disrupt my prey. And I can dead reckon in the ocean.
Which will improve your skill checks for when you're doing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I will say, as we're kind of starting to close up the session for the evening, this next chapter, a lot of it is going to be operating on the water.
Okay.
There's going to be some navigation things between islands. You're going to be dealing with other ships, doing a little bit of combat while your new ship gets ready.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say also, you are coming into the final chapter for the first book of Hoist the Colors.
Woo!
I hope everyone has enjoyed it so far.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the party and looking at the stash, and I can see that Sola has 7 bulk worth of stuff on her.
Yeah.
Only 7?
Yeah.
7.5, sorry. Versus Sunshine's 6.7.
A lot of tools.
Rookie numbers.
I mean, if it helps, I
up.
made my empty bottles negligible because I am not actually holding them on my person.
No. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to see what I can do in regards to putting together as a proper item. Also, by next week, I'll have a couple of 1 or 2 shops for people to check out.
Okay.
Some magic items I've been working on in the background for a while, like the human coat, will be added to one of the stores.
Great.
Okay.
What?
Nope, it's all cool.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We can ask questions about that coat a little when it actually comes up.
Oh yeah, can we sell that Snake Eye Emerald to Hrolligs?
You absolutely can.
Wait, why do we have 5 of them?
Because there were 5 of them in the bag.
Oh, cool. I'll just add that 500... Can you add that 500 gold to the stash and remove the emeralds?
I certainly can.
I don't think we have any use for them.
If you wanted to do something fun?
Safe from the shipyard got opened. I can trash that.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a crate of booty 5-foot cube medium. I don't remember what that is.
It's just supplies, I thought.
Oh, each Snake Eye Emerald is 20 gold apiece.
Oh.
So I'm going to subtract 400. Because I thought that was a little bit too much for the level you got it at.
I was just looking at the value, dude.
Otherwise, we're going to find someone to raid. Lakutos, if you're still in the chat, what was the name of that channel?
Dwarf Down Under.
The Dwarf Down Under. Alright, well, let's start lining that up. But thank you for everyone for joining us this evening for Hoist the Colors. As our heroes have returned back to Miranda Bay, more journeys lie ahead of them as they deal with a conspiracy involving undead infiltration or potentially undead infiltration within the various services of the Crown. how much of an involvement our crew in particular are going to be involved in, that's something that you will have to wait and find out, where we'll be continuing. Hoist the Colors, presented by Tabletop Obscura for Pathfinder 2nd Edition by Paizo Publishing, powered by Foundry VTT, with music by Marco Gelfi. A pirate archipelago setting needs bowls you can put messages in, and they get a chance to always reach the beach they want. I'm pretty sure that exists. I'm pretty sure it exists. If not, I'm going to make it. Because that is bloody good.
Cool idea.
It is a very cool idea. Otherwise, like I said, I'm going to find that People Parade. I hope everyone has enjoyed it. Be sure to look me up on the socials. If you're just joining us now, you can catch up there. The dwarf. Beautiful. You can check me out on all the socials, particularly on YouTube. I put up all the VODs for this over there. Nope, screwed that up. That's easy done. Earth Dawn and RPG. I will have to look that up because I am a sucker for any airship content. Otherwise, we're going to be back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for Abomination Vaults. Be sure to keep an eye on the socials because I will be announcing more games to be running in the future. And that's about ready to go. Otherwise, I hope you have a good day, a good week, a good night, no matter where you are in the world. And remember, as always, we are the storytellers. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.